All right, we are now recording. I yeah, I was going to do this out in the yard because it's still sunny, but it gets dark quick here, and by 5 o'clock, by the time we end, it'll be pitch black dark. So, all right, let's have some fun, gentlemen. All right. Okay, everybody can see me all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. A lot of this today is that with any of the Qigong that we do, the main emphasis, the way you get the most, obviously consistency and daily practice of some sort. Even like Miguel, I know, you kind of did that mixing fire and water, and it really worked well. And, I watched you, in times when you were feeling stressed, just instead of you back down. So it's that deep breathing, and it's that really feeling the connection you have within your body, between your mind and body and spirit, about how you move and what's generating that movement. The more that you do this, then the more that you want to feel that your movement is generated from that position of no thought, no mind. So it comes out of pure intention without thinking about, am I doing this right? I don't know. Am I supposed to do this? No, just leave all that and move. And then as you begin to, feel more, and I really do stress that it's a feeling. And it's why you can write and study these things, but you have to be able to feel it. And that's where you get the biggest benefit out of. And then it's timing your breath with your movements so that you are creating that sense of harmony. Your body will then, because of the way it's designed, your mind and body will then take over. And it's like when you're doing those deep diaphragmatic breathing, you engage the parasympathetic nervous system rather than sympathetic nervous system. So it takes you out of, fight or flight. And, now they call it, was it rest and, oh, now I forget what it is. My apologies. But it was just, it sends you into the parasympathetic, which is more healing, more holistic. It creates a better, you engage the vagus nerve so that you become far more peaceful and calm. And that's part of what the Qigong will do. And as we teach it here, now to apply it martially, since both of y'all are in the martial students, then you can now take that and begin to use your mind and moving from your lower dantian, be able to affect greater power in what you do. If you lift weights, try this. Really breathe in deep and use diaphragm breathing as you focus on the lower dantian. When you focus on this and breathe and see like you're moving through it, you'll find more power. Even when I'm lifting weights, even when I'm on the bench, I will find when I put my mind in lower dantian, I'm able to lift more. And so just gotta keep that in mind. You can prove it, disprove it for yourself. Just always kind of just experiment with it. All right, as we get going, feet together, right hand over lower dantian, left hand on top. Breathe deep. Feel in the belly, feel that horizontal breathing. Exhale. Let everything go. Inhale. Clear your mind. Clear tension from your mind, resistance from your mind. Exhale. Inhale. Release stress from your neck and your shoulders and your chest. Just let it relax. Inhale. As you exhale, release tension. Just scan chest and back, release tension. Scan through the hips and the glutes, release any tension. As you exhale. Nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, scan your legs, quads, hamstrings, knees, calves, release any tension. As you stand, imagine that you're standing not with your feet on the earth, but your legs are about 4 feet into the earth. You want your tailbone kind of tucked, your chin slightly pressed down, but you're going to feel as if you have a rope or piece of twine tied from your crown of your head to the sky, and it's pulling you up. So you'll keep your chin tucked, your head raised, seat, so that you're elongating your spine a little bit. Relax, step out. You need to mix a little fire and water. So float the hands up, inhale. Float the hands down. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. Now, one hand, right hand by the Ming Men, lumbar section. All right. And right now, I'm just going to turn. One forearm hits lower down in. The other forearm hits my Ming Men in the back. If you want a little bit extra, you can hump your legs a little bit. So as the center, I want to drop down. As I come up, then I'm going to raise a little bit. Feel your body. Let go of any other thought other than just listening to your body with your mind. Take one hand and go to long one, which is at the shoulder, right here. Deep breaths. Monitor your breathing. If you feel when you start to move that you're breathing more from your chest, make sure that you're breathing from your lower, from your abdomen. Now, let your fingers glide through the air. Lightly, I don't want you to create any tension, but I want you to kind of just spread thumb and little finger apart. If you want to put your mind into the Laogong, there's a nice little, it's actually a chakra in the yogic system, but it's also a pressure point and a key energy spot in Chinese thinking as well. So if you focus there in the palm of your hand, I will feel that heat up. You may or may not, you may feel a tingle. Slow it down, bring it together. Now, I just want you to knock. So we're kind of activating Qi, which is really, in my mind, a way of just saying we are waking up our nerves and becoming more attuned to the sensations, the nerve endings, the signals that the nerves send. Just back and forth across the chest. Come up to the shoulder. And come down the inside of my hand and go up the back of my arm, the shoulder, down the inside of my arm, up from the fingers. All the meridians in your body have termination points in your hands, or most of them. Come to the other side. Down the inside, up the outside. Come around, take the fist, hit the kidneys, wake up that energy, come down to the glutes, hamstrings, come up the inside. Make sure you knock on the hip flexors, it's important. ties to psoas bones or psoas muscles, and back around. All right, shake it out. And speaking of shaking, I just kind of bounce, let everything go and relax. You can play with it if you feel so inclined. Really good for the lymphatic system. Okay, slow it down. Hands over lower dantian. As you breathe, once you breathe in, and then as you look over your shoulder to a spot that's about 10 feet directly behind you. So you want to get a good twist with the neck and spine. Exhale. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, look the other way. And if your eyes only go to here, that's as far as you're going to go. Use your eyes to put all the way behind you. Really want to feel that in your neck. And it helps to strengthen and loosen your neck muscles. One more time. So deep breath in. Exhale as you look behind. You can note if there's a direction in which you feel more tension. Like often when if I get stressed, my right scapula seems to seize up and actually will cause my neck to get stiff as I look to my right. So for me, it's a trigger when I feel that scapula start to tighten up now. I can detect it early, and I know that I'm letting something get to me, and I need to go back in my meditation or go journal, do something to alleviate that. Okay. All right. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Going to little men's in. So you're going to take left hand, scoop it out to the outside. Make that palm as flat as you can. You're going to shift your body around. I can put my hip into it so that there is a movement between the hip and the hands. They work in harmony. If you have any shoulder injuries, just work through it slowly, relax. You'll find that if you have a shoulder injury and it starts to, like right here, sometimes I will feel it in my shoulder. And I've learned when I feel that, just relax. There's already some tension there, which is why I'm feeling a little bit of pain. So let that go. Adjust where you need. And the breathing is just even and deep. You can time it with movements in your own personal practice. Now I'm being a little more dynamic. I can use two hands. There we go. And I can go, we went to the outside, I can go to the inside. And I can do it both. And the key is just try and keep your hands, notice that my palms are up towards the ceiling as much as possible. We did this, I initially taught this using rocks, river rocks in the palm of your hand, so that you would have to hold it, and it created the palm formation that I want you to have. But it also meant that if I let my hand drop, the rock would fall off. So we learned to hold it steady. Very good. Now, float the hands up and back down. I want you to go wide with your legs. Pull the energy up, all the way through, up to the top. Bend over, bend back first, look up and look back as far as you can. On your exhale, come forward. Stretch, roll up. My inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Roll up, walk the feet in to about shoulder width apart. Now with this, I want you to take the hands, the palm up, bring them back, come palms together, roll the hands over and come back. Inhale. So when I'm inhaling, I'm stretching, collapsing the chest a little bit. I'm not leaning over this way. I'm kind of dropping my weight. So, but I've got a little bit of bend as I collapse the chest. And I come forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now I'm going to turn to the side. You don't have to. I just want you to see as you're coming up, and I'm breathing in, exhale. And as I'm here, inhale, step and push with the whole body. Your shoulders are down and loose, elbows are loose at your side. You're kind of starting from your foot, your hips, shoulders to arms to push in. Then come back, breathe in, one more time. Other side. Come forward. The transition is kind of as you wish. I tend to use this, my foot and my elbow turn at the same time. And as I get to right here, I'm in this almost pigeon toed, this starts to roll to the outside here. Then breathe in. I can step out a little bit if I need to. Breathe out. Gather energy back in, rock back on this heel. If you need to take another step, do so. If you feel it's fine, it's okay. You're pushing. I'm pushing almost with my elbows. This is stationary, and it's my body that's doing most of the movement. My knee will not go above my toe. It's going to stay locked here. My mind goes to my heel. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'll go back to doing the back of the palms again. I said you can use this as you wish. But a key is to make sure that you're timing your breath with the movement. Especially as you first get started with this. We're going to do one more time. Now, as you become much more experienced with this, you can do it all in one. The breath is an anchor. There we go. Breath is an anchor. It becomes a way to anchor your breath, to feel it, to become one with it. But eventually you can let that tool go. But usually it's after several years of practice. All right. Moving now, we're going to go into the flow. So the first flow we start out will be the element of metal in its lungs. With that, you can, if you want to envision this brilliant white light filling your lungs as you inhale, it's a good way to do. With it, I'm going to come up now. I do tend to focus on root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown chakra. So as I'm coming up, see if you can begin to feel those energies. And if you can't, it's okay. It'll come. Sometimes you do imagine them first. Press up. Exhale, come down. Feel it in reverse. Crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root. If you want, you can do a breath hold at the top and the bottom of those movements. And it increases your energy. There's a lot that it will do. Right now, I'm going to quit talking and we're going to move. Press, hold, exhale, reverse. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, you're going to turn, still keeping your knees facing forward. Raise the hand up, really stretch through the fingers. Right hand is positioned out, left hand, focus on your palm as you come in. And you're going to let it glide right over the meridians in your right arm. You can feel that energy exchange in your palms. Let your right fingers point towards your left elbow. You can then, I raise my palm to come down as if I'm scooping, picking up energy, coming out. Now my left hand continues forward. The right hand, both of them go palm up. The right hand comes right below the chest, goes out, and we begin again from the other side. Focus on the palm. Let the palm slide right over the forearm and the palm of your left hand now. Left fingers are pointing to your right elbow. You are almost slapping down, picking up energy, creating that ball, coming forward. Extend the right hand, both palms up. Left, travels the back, across the chest. Really put your mind into your palms as you run through this. I want you to begin to feel energy from your palms and your forearms. You go one more time each side. And we'll bring it down. Close. Hands out to the side. Connect your thumb and your index finger. My inhale brings everything together. My knees bend. I sink. And I try and bring my elbows in as close together as possible. My exhale, I turn the palms over and I spread out. Inhale. Exhale. Now you want to do all of this without thinking, just feeling, being intensely mindful. Good. Bring the hands down. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. Big inhale. Off to the side. Bring it in, spinal cord breathing. You're going to collapse everything together. I tend to move my toes into pigeon toe. Breathe, drop my knees together. Drop lower down chin. Collapse the chest. This is my exhale. Inhale. Imagine I'm exploding, but do this slowly. Don't breathe from the top of the chest. Breathe from the diaphragm. Exhale. Collapse everything in. Expand. Contract. Expand. Contract. One more time. Expand. Contract. Hold the hands down. Bring them, straighten your feet. The legs are right underneath your shoulders. Your hands are out away from your body. Shoulders are relaxed and dropped. You've got like a softball, baseball between your armpits. Now I want you to bend your knees, but bring the hands up and as if you're holding plates. This is actually called holding 3 plates or setting 3 plates down. As I come down, you're going to hinge at the elbow. And I tend to go up. You'll notice that I'm up on the balls of my feet. Come up. Come down again on your exhale and go lower. Up. Hinge the elbow, come down again, go lower. And you notice I'm still, my heels are up, I'm on the balls of my feet. Come up. Take the hands over. Now I want you to push out to the sides. I'm pulling back on my wrist. I'm pulling back on my index finger. My thumb and my little finger are opposite each other, creating this conclave in my palm we talk about. Pulling both down. Check to make sure that you don't have excess tension. Shoulders are relaxed, elbows relaxed. The only tension I might feel is when I'm pulling my wrist back. Now, put your hands together as a beak. Turn it over and extend out. You want to try and get your little fingers as close pointing to the ceiling. You should feel this in the scapula. You can drop the shoulders down, drop the elbows. Breathe. As you inhale, you kind of rest. On the exhale, you try and not tense, but just turn those little fingers even more. You're seeing can I turn my elbow and my shoulder enough to affect more of the deep parts of that scapula. Relax, let the hands go. Feet directly underneath you, standing meditation. Sometimes we're going to do bear holds ball. Today we're going to do Wuji posture. So Wuji is relaxed. It's no effort, no mind. My knees are bent. Tailbone kind of tucked in. I'm not pressed out here. I'm not leaning back. It's just kind of, I am tucking it in, dropping it just a little bit. Back is still straight. As always, piece of twine connecting the top of your head to the sky. Chin is tucked. The roof, your tongue is on the roof of your mouth, just behind the teeth. That connects the governing and conception channels in the meridian system. Palms are facing backwards, back of palms to the front. To stand now, feel and absorb. Now, if at times you need something to train your mind to focus on, you always go back to your breath. While I'm standing here in this Wuji posture, I can inhale, and when I inhale, I have several versions that I can do. The oldest one that I practice is, as I inhale, I imagine energy going up my spine, across the top of my head, coming right down to the roof of my mouth. My exhale, I'm going to imagine that energy dropping, forming into a ball. Inhale, it comes up my spine. It goes from tailbone, coccyx, up the spine. As I exhale, I'll let it drop down the front. Inhale, comes up the spine. A little more advanced is the pelvic floor we've talked about. You pull up on that on your exhale. So relax on the inhale. Imagine you're leading chi up your spine, across the top of your head. As it gets here, now tighten up, tense up on raise the pelvic floor and relax. Still imagining that energy going down the front. Release the pelvic floor on your inhale, bring it up around the spine. This creates a pump. For yogic philosophy, it creates a pump for Kundalini energy. It's the energy that comes up your spine. When I first started doing this, the teacher said, it is said in yogic and tantric philosophy that every revolution takes 1 year of evolution off your life till you reach perfection. Actually, you're already perfect, but what you're reaching is your awareness and your oneness with awareness and consciousness and the Tao. All right, now we're going to move into the water, which is the kidneys. So imagine your kidneys as brilliant, deep, healthy blue. One hand is going to go back behind. And with this, we have 2 exercises that I like doing for the water and kidney element. First is we're just going to bend at the waist, scoop water up. This is my inhale, exhale. Inhale. Now, depending upon my mood and my perspective, I can either scoop energy up and imagine that energy rolling down my arm and into my system, lower dantian. I can also scoop that energy up, and I can imagine energy from my lower dantian coming out my hands and spreading to the world. One more time. And whichever you choose is your personal choice. Now take it just to, we're going to shorten that spiral. It's going to come right by the waist. Make sure you stay synchronized with your breath. This is my inhale. My exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. 2-finger sword. Bring it right down in front of lower dantian, and here you're going to just stand and absorb. Just feel. One more good diaphragmatic breath. All right, left hand goes back to the lumbar. Technically your Ming Men lumbar section. Right hand, deep. Either let it express into the world with good energy or let it feed into you. Both will actually rejuvenate you. There's an old saying, give and it's given back to you again, pressed down, shaken together, running over. That was a script from biblical scripture. However, it's also expressed in pretty much every other line of thought. One more time, Dave. But as you give, you're replenished. It's given back. Short circles. But in your practice, you choose at that day, do I want to let that energy feed into me? Do I want to have that energy expressed out? And all the while, I'm imagining my kidneys as brilliant, healthy, blue. Last one. 2-finger sword. Lower dantian, stand and absorb. All right. Now, come a little bit wider. You're going to bend and palms come together. as if I'm pulling energy up, and I'm pulling through the kidney meridians that run up. Keep the shoulders down. I come right to chest height. And this is my exhale. With this flow, no mental chatter, just feeling. One more time. This is actually one of my favorite ones. Now, bring the feet together. Bear holds ball and back. Do press together your thumb and your index finger. Stand and absorb. Very good. Now, bring both hands up, start to rise. As you come right up to about solar plex, right hand turns down, left hand coils up, split heaven and earth. Push your hip, whichever side. This is my left hand that's up. Make sure that this hand is not out here, but up here. You really should roll this elbow back so that it's in line with your ear. You will feel a definite difference in your shoulders and your upper back when you do. If I leave my hand more out in front of me, it takes away any of the torque that's here. I want this stretch. Exhale, exchange, inhale. One more time. Now, as I exhale, bring them both down, palms facing together. So my right palm is now facing my left, as if I'm holding this chi ball. And I want you to imagine the energy and see if you can feel energy between your palms. When you begin to feel anything, that's as close as I want you to go. As you inhale, let your hands come apart until you no longer feel that connection. Then you exhale, bring it back together. Mentally, I'm expanding the energy, and then I'm compressing that energy ball. You can change the directions of your hands, but they're always opposed to each other, and you're looking to feel the connection. Now, if you're right here and you lose connection when you're here, perfectly fine for right now. That will grow. If you come farther, that's great. The key is listen and feel. Don't assume more of a connection or a longer connection that you don't have. Keep your personal integrity with your feelings and just feel. Now, take both hands and just hold them up against lower dantian. Imagine that ball of energy is down the center of your body, and you just have it spinning, and you're just compacting that energy. And spread your feet out a little bit more. We're going to go into the liver to the wood element. So with liver, I'm going to imagine my liver is this brilliant, healthy green color. So I come up. And on this side, I'm connecting with the meridians on the and the organ. And because the liver is tied to gallbladder, the gallbladder is up over the brain back and forth. We end up showering chi from our palms into our head, turn the hands over, and expel. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Walk your feet in so they're right underneath you. So standing like a tree. So Jiaoshuang, so I'm going to be standing. Knees are bent, tailbones dropped. Once again, not tucked in, not tucked out. My shoulders are relaxed, not military, not bad posture. You can tell by your ability to breathe. Chin tucked, head suspended for the ceiling. If you can do this for about 15 minutes at a time, do so. The benefits in your psyche as well as your martial arts will increase. Focus on your breath, focus on the body being relaxed. Only enough effort is being given to hold your body up and really your skeletal structure should pretty much be holding itself up if you're properly stacked. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let the hands drop. Spread out a little bit. Come palm from one side so I can lean. My inhale, go to the other side. Exhale, inhale. Now I can double this up, take the other hand. This is my exhale. Back to center. Walk the feet in. Breathe in. Hands, diamond mudra at heart. Breathe out. Extend. Breathe in. Raise the elbows. Swing them back around. As I'm gathering this energy, exhale. Pick up energy from the floor, from the earth. Cascade down. Without commentary. One more time. What we're working with now is fire energy. So the heart is red. And imagine your heart all being this brilliant, healthy red. Now, bring the hands over to the right side. Bring your left hand up so that's right about heart level. Right hand just moves through the air. Then you exchange. I use one breath for each direction. So this is my inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From diamond mudra. Stand and absorb. Once again, I can imagine good, healthy energy flowing out to the world. This is compassion, connection. Or if I'm feeling I need to be recharged, I'm bringing energy into my heart. Very good. Now we're going to earth element, which is stomach and spleen. The color, if you want to imagine a color here, is yellow. So good, bright, brilliant, healthy yellow. With here, we're just clearing energy out. I like to start with one hand on lower dantian. In this case, will be my right, my left, and do inhale, exhale, I'm clearing. Inhale, coming back. Replace my left hand from my right. Scoop, gather, replace, and I'm centering that into my dantian out. Here you are leaning over some. It helps compress stomach and spleen, and it said as you begin to squeeze some of these internal organs, that it helps release bad energy, bile. Remember to keep it in sync with your breath. Now we can do both hands. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, last time. Exhale. Bring your feet directly underneath you. Bend the knees a little bit. Your arms 90 degrees to your side. Fingers are splayed out, pointed down. You're going to stand and absorb. This is your absorbing in earth energy. Mentally, you can imagine I'm bringing in energy from my Lao points in my palm and my kidney 1 points at the balls of my feet, and really the soles. And I'm bringing, on the inhale, I'm bringing that energy in and condensing it lower dantian. So my exhale, I'm condensing that energy. Inhale, bringing it up my legs, my arms. Bring it to the center, condensing. Bring the hands down. Off to the side, big inhale. Bring the palms together. Come down. I like using Om. So it's Om. If you're in a spot where you don't feel that's comfortable, you can do it internally. It'll affect more spirit. If I do it as a whisper, it'll affect more emotions. If I do it vocally, it is more physical. Oh. You go with what you're comfortable with. And that can grow and change over time. That, gentleman, is it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I had to get off the camera at the end here. My little, I haven't seen my daughter this week, and she came in to give me a hug.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we don't mind seeing that.
Renzi, I really appreciate. I think you introduced it a long time ago, but you did it again today. Is the push pull with the transition? I think that's really good because we, as martial students too, we forget to breathe, get grounded, and then move our energies and transition with our feet. I think that one had like 8 or 9 elements that we kind of do daily.
Yeah.
That I honestly forgot about. So that was really good to practice. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Well, good. Yeah, there's a lot of little things. I mean, it's an easy practice, but there's so much little nuances that are multipliers that you want to pay attention to. But when you find things that work for either martially or even in everyday life, focus on that for a while. There's a few times I have I felt that like, okay, I'm really feeling this. This is good. And I'll keep it up for about 90 days. I kind of look at things in 30, 60, 90-day increments and, and I'll give it a try. And then, sometimes it sticks with me for years. And sometimes I go, that was good for that portion. And I'm not ready to look at something else. So,
Let's see. Quick
yes.
question. Whenever I'm doing a Qigong on my own, it feels like my bones crack more than stretching. Is that normal at first, or
at first? Yeah, it's normal.
All right, I wasn't quite sure if I'm just feeling it wrong or what.
No, I would say a lot of it is also, it's normal in the beginning because you're also just kind of feeling your body. Now, when you say that you feel it's the bones, that you kind of feel they click and lock, or they
like a cracking.
Okay. Yeah, it will at first, and some of that will have to do with your joints. As you begin to move more fluidly, then your joints will become more lubricated on their own, but also your mind, and listen in your mind in your body for any stress on that. Okay. A lot of times, especially as guys, we will hold in our shoulders. I will feel it, clicks and pops in my shoulders. And more than when I started doing this more, it went away. So it's just continue, but listen to your body for where you feel like you might have tension. And if you just put your awareness there, often that's all that you need for it to relax, because your intent with this is to relax. So if you put your awareness there, then your mind and your body will take care of themselves and begin to relax more and more.
Yes, sir. That answered my question.
Excellent.
Hey, Rex, you know what else is good? Once you told me to relax, like I know you say you could feel the heat and the tingling. I didn't feel it for like the first 10 months, but now it's like it's onset immediately. It's like amazing. I turned into a microwave. and I know I was like, why isn't this working? I know he said it'll start, but I think you said after relaxing for a while, I finally clicked. And talking to PJ, he was able to do it after like 2 or 3 months. So Brandon, when it clicks, I don't know if it's clicked for you already, but when it clicks, it's like, dog, this is amazing, especially you being in Minnesota.
Like I've been doing this or that stretch I sent you on Renshi. Feels like my whole body slowly starts heating up after a while.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like it makes my whole body move.
Yes. Yeah, there's times when, everything we're doing is nice, simple, and easy. There's been times I have broken out into a complete body sweat doing this. Okay. An interesting thing, they're in Tibet. There are monks that will sit there and do the breathing exercise and do this kind of thing to ward off, and they'll stay warm in sub-zero temperatures. I am not there, but that is to the extent that I have read of this. I have not actually met people who have done that. But what I can tell you from personal experience is just what you're feeling now, and that's usually what I will try and convey. I will feel it with all my body. I especially feel it in palms and forearms a lot, and my lower dantian. So, but yeah, Miguel, thank you. Sometimes it takes a while,
Yeah.
but it's with just consistent practice, and when it kicks in, you go, did I feel that? Was that really? But then let the judging go, let the critique go, and just move.
So you don't want to hold back that energy. You need to just let it go with it.
Right. At this point, then just you want to connect with it. You want to become aware of it. So you just want to let it go. You're not going to try and restrain or constrain it at this point in time.
Right.
Okay. At this point, we're just getting in connection. We're becoming aware of the energy that we are. And that's not even just the energy that we have, it's the energy that we are. And that's a small but important difference. And the more that you will feel that this is who I am and this is my energy, the more you'll feel it, the quicker it'll come. But the more that you'll be able to harness and use it. Because the idea is, you want to be able to feel the energy, become aware of the energy. And then as you become aware of the energy, then you can begin to harness the energy. It's all you, but a lot of our body, obviously functions without our conscious intent. And so it's kind of the same thing. So, but if we don't become aware of it first, we'll never be able to harness it in a true fashion.
Sir.
All right, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Have a
great night. All right.
Sure, bye.
Bye.